The 23rd come-from-behind win of the PGA Tour season was as big of a surprise for the fans as it was for the champion.
Settle in as we rewind the week with the latest edition of Monday Backspin from PGATour.com.
The thing about come-from-behind wins is that it's hard to feel totally comfortable celebrating it. After all, it usually means that the guy that held the top spot gave it away. Well, we saw it happen at the U.S. Open when Jim Furyk dropped back, allowing Webb Simpson to claim victory. And then at the very next major championship when Adam Scott gave it to Ernie Els. Well, unfortunately, Furyk was a part of the storyline once again, as his attempt to win the World Golf Championship's Bridgestone Invitational wire-to-wire turned into another heartbreaking defeat, allowing Keegan Bradley to claim victory just days before defending his PGA Championship title. All week the question was out there, is Jim Furyk over his U.S. Open loss? He told our SiriusXM PGA TOUR Radio's Fred Albers that he wasn't even sure if he was over it yet, but after leading after 18, 36, and 54 holes, it sure seemed like the confident veteran was ready to claim his 17th PGA Tour victory. It all came down to the 18th in a tight leaderboard when Furyk's approach shot landed next to the greenside bunker, and from there it was all downhill. Playing partner Keegan Bradley left himself a 10-foot putt to save par and to apply pressure to Furyk to make his bogey putt to force a playoff. It's a clutch putt that we've come to expect from the reigning Rookie of the Year. Furyk, who was looking for redemption, just couldn't get the putt to drop, shocking himself. And now the champion, Keegan Bradley, who's entering the PGA Championship looking for back-to-back wins while also defending his major championship title. With this win, Bradley moves into 7th in FedEx Cup standings, improving from 26th. Our top 5 is still led by 3-time champion this season, Tiger Woods, followed by Zach Johnson, Jason Duffner, Hunter Mahan, and Bubba Watson. This win also moves Bradley into 7th in the Ryder Cup standings, placing him inside that top 8 that automatically makes the team. He said after his round to Golf Channel that making that team has kept him up at night. It means so much to him. The key for Bradley was all about the putting. He used just 24 putts in each of his final 2 rounds, averaged 105 feet of made putts each day, and led the field in strokes gained putting, gaining 3 strokes on the field over the course of the week. For more on the memorable week at Firestone Country Club in Akron, Ohio, let's throw out to John McGinnis of SiriusXM PGA TOUR Radio.
Thanks, Amanda. A couple of impressions that I'll take away from this year's Bridgestone Invitational. The first is I got to spend a few minutes with Nick Faldo early in the week. He'd flown back over from England after attending the opening ceremonies of the Olympics and was honored here on Wednesday night at a charity dinner thrown by the Northern Ohio Golf Charities as their international ambassador. The other impression I'll take away from this is that I think this was the week where these players, the best players in the world, started to realize that they too may be Olympians. Tiger Woods didn't grow up dreaming of being an Olympian, neither did Sergio Garcia, neither did any of the other players here, but in 4 years, they very well may be. And there's a chance that the player who stands on the podium watches his flag raised and listens to his national anthem in Rio in 4 years was here. Now they know what only Olympic athletes know. And that's what it's like to anticipate something for 4 years and only get one shot at it. I think that this tradition here will lead into that tradition there, and it's going to be great to have golf back in the Olympics. Next week, we're at the PGA Championship. We start at noon on PGA Tour Radio for live coverage all 4 days from the year's final major.
Thanks, John. Now on to the Reno Tahoe Open that was also being contested this week. It's J.J. Henry that'll be packing his bags at Kiowa Island as he punched the final ticket to the PGA Championship thanks to his win in Nevada, where the modified Stableford scoring format was in effect. Henry, the 2006 Travelers Championship winner, claimed his 2nd PGA Tour victory of his career, and with this win, he moves up 48 spots from 98th to 50th in FedEx Cup standings. Up next is the PGA Championship, the final major of the season, and you won't want to miss it or the PGA Tour Day preview, which will be on PGATour.com Wednesday.